today I was seeing on Twitter senators saying that there was no law that was passed to allow the public seal to move from the office of the Attorney General to the head of the public service. So one, we had a whole parliament and Senate clueless that this has happened, because it's the government spokesperson that actually said this in an interview, and he was telling journalists that a law was passed. So one, this is false. Two, none of these two houses raised an alarm on it and discussed it. Number three, why then are we being taken through this agenda of public participation for the Finance Bill 2025? Well, clearly, people are using the instruments of power and constitutionally. Si watarabasta to your bill, yende kiendanga. I mean, we can't even know how much debt we are out here borrowing and collecting because somebody has a seal, approve. Do we even have a country here anymore, guys?
Hiyo muhuri ya serikali inaenda kutumika kuweka contract, kuweka agreement ambao badala ya agreement kukosti bilioni 1 na cost bilioni 10. Hiyo bilioni 9 Saidi wewe ndio unalipa, mimi ndio nalipa. Alafu useme hakuna barabara, hakuna madawa, hakuna nini. Tutawezaje kuendelea mbele tukiwa na wizi kama huo?
Kenyans, for heaven's sake, wacheni kupoteza focus. You are being bombarded with a lot of nonsense. Ndio msione the bigger picture of what Ruto is doing. Wacheni ushenzi na pettiness at Mount Kenya musician tumbocrats. Sijui ati wameenda kwa Ruto, they cannot influence anything. They cannot even influence their grandmothers. Those are just tumbocrats. And they are known to be that. Hata nimeona wametukano sana leo in Mount Kenya. But all Kenyans don't lose focus on what Ruto is doing in this country. This week kumepelekwa mambo mingi sana. But the major thing that is happening, it is the seal. The seal that was in Attorney General's office, inatolewa, inapelekwa kwa office of the president. Ati Ruto atakuwa anauza properties za Kenya na anaweka seal yeye personally. And what is happening? Me, I'm even wondering that this time round, Ruto amerudisha kuuza parastatos na watu wamenyamaza. Media imenyamaza, artists wamenyamaza, influencers wamenyamaza, kila mtu wamenyamaza. And Ruto is selling the heart of this country. Do you know what it means to sell Kenya Pipeline? Kenya Pipeline. Something that is making profit. And all the parastatos he's selling, anataka to make, ati anauza for 149 billion. 149 billion only. Which vitu kama Kenya Pipeline, before tax, they are making profit of 10 billion before taxation. Kama KenGen, after tax, wana make over 5 billion. Na hiyo ndio unauza. At 1 year, Kenya Pipeline and KenGen watakuwa melipa hiyo 149 billion, unauza all these parastatos. You are selling even our port, which is the entry and exit of our country. And Kenyans are silent. Kenyans are not seeing. Umechukua mpaka seal, umeweka kwa ofisi yako, ready to stamp that you have sold all those parastatos. And we know you are not selling them. You are the one who is buying them. Hizi mambo wanakuanza na Kenya Pipeline, Ruto ameimezea mate tangu venye aliingia siasa. Siku yake ya kwanza kusimama kwa koti, alikuwa naiba shamba ya Kenya Pipeline. Here is the evidence. This is Ruto. Ameloka kwa koti, shamba ya Kenya Pipeline. It's the one who is buying all these things. Na that's why amepeleka seal kwa ofisi yake. And me, I don't care all these other parastatos. Hizo tutarudisha. But let me tell you guys, let us be careful because of our port, Kenya Pipeline and KenGen. Hizo wasiguze. Venye tulifukuza Adani, nobody should touch those ones. That is the heart of this country. Kesho amke asubuhi msikie mwenye alinunua Kenya Pipeline amesema mafuta hakuna. Mtafanya nini? Mwenye alinunua KenGen amesema sijui bra hakuna stima. Mtafanya nini? Kenya Ports is the entry of our country. You have given it away. What is happening with this guy surely? And Kenyans mmenyamaza. Wengine mnalipo pesa 8, 50,000. Mnaenda kumwimbia huko ati tutam nonsense. This guy will go home. Hizo pesa mnalipo huko and then mwambie aweke vaccine na alipe exam kwa mashule. That's all Kenyans want. Now wache kuinterfere things that have never been sold by Kenyatta, by Moi, by Kibaki, by Uhuru. They have never even interfered with them. Because that is for generation, for posterity. And now he's selling them. He's selling everything. Na nyinyi mko hapa tutam. Because What is wrong with you people? Na mnakuwa confused na ujinga ati some pettiness juu ameenda wapi and they cannot influence anything. That is nonsense. Guys, open your eyes and see what is happening in our country. Ruto can buy everybody with our taxes. But na hiyo kubai kila mtu watenda nyumbani wote. And I'm telling him, he can buy all the influencers, all the musicians, all the pastors. But we remain as a Gideon army. Gideon army. People who will be principled and determined to make sure Wakenya wamejua ukweli what is happening. Kenyans don't lose focus on that.
The head of public service is a number one public servant in this country. And he has the seal of the president. He is the one who executes that which the president wants to be done. He helps to run the government on a daily basis. And so therefore, people who are resisting change in state corporations, in ministries, departments, and agencies are not amused. Because for the first time, we are seeing a head of public service who is resolute, who is determined to weed out corruption, and there are those who are resisting change when it comes to issues to do with e-procurement.
1 week later.
The public seal is actually under the custody of the Attorney General as per Article 9 of the Constitution. And if we look at the Office of the Attorney General Act, Clause 2 on definition of terms, it clearly states exactly that. And so therefore, this needs to go on record that the public seal is not with the head of public service. It is with the Attorney General, and that is misinformation, disinformation that came as a result of a process in Parliament. Then of course it was deleted. It was a proposal. It never went through, and we want to tell media houses to verify their facts before they publish that, because I think that is what created the momentum. So as a government spokesman, we withdraw and clarify that one so that then we get the position right. And this should be.
Tuachane na hizi side shows zote and all these distractions and focus on this one thing that is very important to all of us as a country, and that is our national seal. Where is our national seal? Isaac Mwaura, what he did, he blabbed about it without knowing he was supposed to keep quiet about it. Clearly, man can't keep a secret. Now, nobody can seem to find our national seal. It cannot be traced to anyone. Mnajua, siku moja mtaamka, mpate nyinyi wote ni refugees in your own country. You've seen a case where a sublocation imeuziwa one Chinese man like this. Ameuziwa a whole sublocation. Watu huko wanaamka wakifikiria wako na mashamba, wanapata shamba iliuzwa. The whole sublocation belongs to one man. And they're just there as refugees. And they thought that was their home. That is exactly what's going to happen to us in this country. Tutamka siku moja tupate we are refugees in our own country. There's nothing funny about what just happened over the last 3 days with the government spokesperson. There is nothing funny about it at all. Because recanting that statement doesn't help the situation. He clearly stated that a bill was presented to Parliament. Sijui kama watu wana understand the gravity of what he said. It didn't come from nowhere. Acha kujifanya ni kama mwenda wazimu wa understand. He clearly said that a bill was presented to Parliament. It went through the proper channels. Public participation was done. And it was passed into law. And that is how they were able to move that seal from the AG's office to the head of public services office. He was not crazy while he was uttering those words. He was of sober mind akisema hizo vitu zote. And then for him to just come and say, the seal is still at the AG's office. Prove it. Prove it. Because at this point, none of what comes out of your mouth can be trusted. And by now, by the way, Isaac Mwaura, you should be resigned. Unafaa kukulisha pack bags na ukaenda. Because the sensitivity of that seal being with someone you have clearly stated multiple times that this person executes the orders of the president. As the president wishes, that is what that person must do. That cannot be taken lightly.